First is that the governor of Ondo State never returned from his first medical leave, even though letters were transmitted to the state that he had returned back about 4 months ago. He never stepped foot on Ondo State. That is to say, it is reasonable to say that he has abdicated his role as the governor of the state a long time ago. And governance is not a joke. You just can't wake up one day and say that, well, I don't want to go to work, I'm a ghost worker, and I'm on leave, and you never went back to office, and then you go back on another leave. You know, this is just a really, really horrible story that we're hearing from our beloved state. And where it becomes then very difficult is that I heard you now saying that he's going to transmit another letter to Ondo State so that his deputy can act in his capacity as a governor. The question you should ask is, where are they going to get the signature to write a letter to the Ondo State House of Assembly? And as I speak with you, just a few seconds before I got into the studio, I was told that the Ondo State House of Assembly has been meeting all day long, waiting for his son to provide the letter that was supposed to transmit to the House of Assembly, allowing his governor the deputy to start as an acting governor, and they can't even find his son. So this is how terrible governance has become in this country, and in particular in our state, that the destiny of an entire state of over 5 million people, and I'm talking about a state that's bigger than several West African countries in population, or some countries around the world, left in the hands of a family to be tossing them around the way it is. And I'm very ashamed that I should say this, that I'm ashamed that those young people, or I don't know if they are old, in the Ondo State House of Assembly, who are waiting for his son to bring another forged letter to them saying that he's going on leave when he has not resumed from the first medical leave. So this is something that is unacceptable. This is something that is ridiculous. And I don't know why anybody would accept this, especially considering that we've been through this before at the highest levels of government. Don't let us forget that there was a president in this country, Akeredolu, who was brain dead for 5 months. 5 months. And he was running this country by proxy until the people rose up and said, enough is enough. And today, we are repeating the same thing in Ondo State. And interestingly, Akeredolu was the chairman of, or the president of the Nigerian Bar Association at that time. He said clearly that what Akeredolu was doing was not only illegal, but immoral, and asked him to resign at that time. And now he's his turn. He wants to go to his grave with Ondo State governorship, which is impossible. So I don't know why anybody will accept this. And Ondo State, for that matter, you know, this is the same Ondo State that people always brag about, that they don't accept nonsense. Now nonsense has become the governor of Ondo State. And this is completely unacceptable. And my position is not determined by the fact that I'm from the state. I would do the same for any state in the country or the country itself, because we've done this before for Nigeria and resolved the issue of, at that time, with the doctrine of necessity. And eventually the vice president became the acting president, and eventually the president of the country. So I just want to make that very clear, that this is unacceptable, and it should not be acceptable to anybody. And I'm pointing my fingers at those people in Ondo State House of Assembly, that they're a disgrace to the states and Nigeria and lawmaking.